Greetings and good evening to you, fruity friends around the world. I wanted to talk about the effects of juice fasting, juice feasting has had on my feet. And although I have talked about this before in several other videos, I wanted to highlight this a year on and show you a difference in my feet. So take a look here. Basically a year difference between my feet. So I've lost about 14 kilos doing juice feasting this year. And although I've been kind of up and down, one thing that has remained consistent is my will to just drink juice. And I can say easily that my diet has this year, this 2024, has been, like the forefront has been consuming juice, and as much juice as I can. And I have completed a 60-day juice fast. I've done random days, like I was doing a spring feast cleaning juice fast, and I'm still doing that now. Like I'm almost 3 days back into juicing, but I had to go down. To the city, and I had stopped juicing, and so I guess my objective and what I've kind of worked out for myself the best way forward with juicing and applying it to everyday life is just juicing until, this fecal matter, this rotted stuff that's in me is out, but making allowances for social gatherings and special occasions, birthdays, Christmas. When I went down to the city, I'm not going to go down to the city and not eat sushi. I know. Oh my gosh. It's just my all-time favorite food. And it doesn't matter if I do 20 days of juice fasting or 120 days. I think that factor is always going to remain the same. Like, I like physical life. I want to enjoy, but I love my health more. And that has now come to the forefront of, getting older. And, I'm 42, and it's made all the difference. This juicing has literally changed my health, and in such a good way. So if you see my foot, this before picture was taken last year. And I think I've only, really just started the juicing. But you can see in this before picture, my feet, like you can see, I have tried to scrape back on the top, on the bottom of my heel, on the left side. You can see I have been trying to scrape away and clean my feet at night in the bath. Like that has been, oh man. I tried so much to get rid of all this awful, this rough, dry skin. And I couldn't work out why my feet were so bad. I would literally, and I'm not kidding, every night I would moisturize my feet with Angelera's Magic Moisturizer that I made for myself. And then I put my feet in plastic bags, and then I would put socks over the top, and I would sit down, I don't know, like read or watch something for half an hour so my feet could enjoy that moisture, and then I'd take it off. And then it didn't fix anything. The problem was from the inside. And let me tell you, when I started juicing, when I did the first 30 days of a juice fast, earlier, right at the start of the year, I mean, the difference was uncanny, but what I did not know was that I had worms, intestinal worms, and I'm sure I've still got them in me now. My gosh, these worms that came out of me were horrendous, frightening, and I observed that the more these worms came out of me, and we're talking like almost every day, from day 12 onwards, I was expelling worms almost every day, and I can't even begin to tell you how horrendous this was, or it is. It is disgusting, but I would feel good and celebrate that these things were coming out of me. But the more I progressed doing the juice, I noticed my feet started becoming softer and less red. In that original picture of my feet that I'll show you now, you can see, you can see the heels of my feet inflamed. The base of my feet looks swollen. I mean, this is before juice fasting. I'm sorry it looks blurry, but that I don't have the original copy of that anymore. I don't know what I've done with that. And that is how my feet were. And we're talking moisturizer every day. Nothing made a difference. And then fast forward doing the juice, and it was slowly, my feet were slowly becoming softer. And now, fast forward to a year later of primarily juicing, or at least, having raw or trying to be, this was after completing 60 days of juice, plus almost another 24 days of juice, and then sporadic little juice feasts through the year. So, I mean, look at my feet. Look how silky they are. This is phenomenal. This is from juice, people of Earth. I mean, the difference is phenomenal. I just can't believe how different my feet look now. And I'm not even moisturizing now. I don't even moisturize. There is no need for me to moisturize because the juice has done it for me. The power of the juice, all those beautiful vitamins and minerals, and look at the yucky foot here. I reckon I was juicing in this area, and it was slowly getting better. Nowhere near as bad as the first one, but I was starting to make some progress. Doesn't look like much, but I was making progress. And then now, oh man, it's the best thing ever, to have clean, beautiful, soft, silky feet. And, I look at my feet now, they don't catch on my bed sheets, they don't crack and hurt, and sometimes they would bleed. Awful things. And I'm telling you, the power of juice has made my feet feels like the first time ever. Obviously it's not the first time, but I think since I was a kid, my feet have never ever ever been this soft like this. And this is the power of juice. And look, I walk around barefoot all around my house. I don't go outside barefoot. I do have closed-in shoes because we have a lot of ants and reptiles and things here, and it's mainly the ants. The ants are just crazy in the summertime here at my house, and so I protect my feet. And ticks, of course, because remember I did get bitten by a tick last year, just to throw a spanner in the works. But my feet have just, come full circle. And that's just from gentle nurturing with juices. And I cannot speak highly of juice. It has just completely changed my health. And I've still got a long, long way to go. I've still got a lot of weight to shift. But I'm not so much focused on the weight now. I just want to be healthy, and my body will eventually shift the weight. But that's a process as well, and it's going to do it in its own time. And I had hard skin things here. I've still got them, but they are lessened. I had a real skin thing here, like with a scab there. It's not where that freckle thing is, it's next to it. And a little scab thing here, and now that's also lessened. It's not completely gone, but it used to be a scab, and I couldn't pick at it without it bleeding. If I'd pick it off, it would bleed and it would come back. So, and now that's also, I know that it takes longer for the skin to, kind of recycle itself. But this whole process is a longevity thing. This is long term. This is life. I cannot live without juice in my life. And raw food, I will say my palate has absolutely changed. And it's easier for me to eat fruit now for long periods of time, whereas before I would really struggle. And it's just that consistent effort. So these silky feet are from nothing but juice. So if you've got rough feet, or like I had, really bother you, and it doesn't matter how many pedicures. I mean, I'd be a pedicurist's worst nightmare. I'd, in fact, being too embarrassed to go into one, because I wouldn't want someone to clean my feet. How could they? Like, they couldn't fix that, So, but a juice diet did. Consistent juicing has fixed my feet. So now, I wouldn't be embarrassed to go into one. But I wouldn't go into one now anyway, just because my feet don't need it. And I'm so pleased with the results of what juice has done for my feet. Not to mention everything else. There's so many other things that I have felt better with, but I've still got a long way to go. Just, juicing just for 60 days or 90 days or 100 days, it's not enough, because if you go back to the way you were before, the symptoms are going to emerge. And, I don't think it's fair on your body to do that to yourself with all that hard work and effort, and then to put your poor body through that again. If I think the biggest thing is if you can make it a lifestyle choice, and that can take years. It can take years of consistently juicing. And I don't get sick of juicing. It gets repetitive, but like I'm not going to be without juice. So if I feel sick of juicing for a day, which I don't, then I just tell myself to get over it. But I actually don't. I've listened to some people who really got sick of the process of juicing, but I don't even use a juicer. I use a blender. I don't even use a juicer. Like, I literally cut up all my fruit and throw it in a blender, and then put it through a cheesecloth strainer, and I let the juice itself. Like, I let the pulp just, let the juice go through this osmosis process itself and let it drain out, just a natural drain out. And then I put a oh my gosh, I can't even think, a mortar and pestle, a stone mortar and pestle on top to press down cold pressed juice to let it come out. And I have literally been doing that for over a year now. I have not used a juicer at all. I literally cold press my juice by hand using a blender. That's how I do it. So if you're inspired, I just want to, to be, and I have been real with my journey. I have shown, poo pictures, feet pictures, ugly, horrendous stuff. But, I wanted to document this and just keep it real with people so they can see that like if you are highly skeptic, just take it from my example that it's real, it happens, and if you give your body a chance, it can do the most miraculous healing and rejuvenation that you couldn't even imagine. So if you give your body a chance, it is capable of doing the most incredible things, shifting the most incredible things, and cleaning itself from the inside out. Just trusting the process. You'll see for yourself.